Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 30-minute live Q&A session. I'm Ify, your go-to immigration lawyer, here to talk about the impact of criminal history on your marriage green card application. Come on in, invite your friends. Let's answer your questions at the end of this live. As usual, I have with me today Denise. Hola, Denise. She's here with the Spanish
Hola, hola,
translation.
muy buenos días.
Here with the
We are
Spanish
here to
translation.
help you.
Yes. So we're going to talk, we're going to get into the topic for the day real quick so we can answer your questions. I already see questions coming in. Make sure that you are letting us know your burning immigration questions, especially when it relates to criminal history and getting your green card. Surprisingly, I had a consultation about this today. I didn't even realize that was a topic. We're going to definitely discuss what types of crimes could affect your immigration and other ways that you could potentially waive any consequences so far based on being somewhat related or, having a criminal charge, okay? So if you're planning to get your green card through marriage and you've committed a crime sometime in the past, this live is for you. So come on in. Thank you for being here. I see Charlene, mom of two boys. All right, Denise, claro.
Sí, muy bien. Estamos aquí para ayudarles a saber un poquito. Si detuvieron en su historial un delito, es muy probable cómo les va a afectar. Vamos aquí a recibir a partir de el live. Déjenos saber todas sus consultas. And I'm still trying to open up the comments. I'm not able to see Charlene.
Okay, that's okay. She hasn't made a comment yet. I'm just seeing the people joining the live. That's fine. For right now, I'm going to just dive into the topic real quick to let you all know what type of offenses could potentially affect your green card application, would affect your admissibility. Last live or one of my other lives, we talked about some of the requirements for getting the green card. One of them is that you would have a relative. The other one is that you would be admissible. So most people that have relatives, you're already married to a U.S. citizen, they may be inadmissible because of some type of criminal history in their past. So the types of crimes you should be worried about, if this is you, will be number one, crimes involving moral turpitude. Okay, this is a big word. I remember when I heard it in law school, I was like, what's that? It just means any crimes that involves dishonesty, fraud, intent to harm, theft, okay, forgery, those types of crimes. Any crimes that is just if someone hears it, right, they're gonna be shocked. Like, this is something like a big offense. So those categories of crimes, if you committed anything like that, assault, those types of things, those are crimes of involving moral turpitude, and that could affect your qualification for a green card. Cool?
Muy bien, entonces, hablando en general, primero, lo que sería, ¿qué crímenes pueden afectar directamente si estás tratando de obtener una visa a través del matrimonio, tu green card a través de matrimonio? Sería cualquier crimen que pueda ser categorizado como una ofensa grave, lo que lleva a decir que carácter de buena moral, si algo, un robo deshonesto, engaño, que realmente haya sido doloso, con tu conciencia, eso puede afectar bastante.
Okay. We'll also look at crimes like aggravated felonies. That's a type of crime that could affect your eligibility for a green card. So if you've done anything relating to drug trafficking, murder, obviously that's one of the examples I always use, because murder, rape, firearm offenses, those type of offenses are huge and could definitely disqualify you from getting the green card, even if you're married to a U.S. citizen, guys. So being married to a U.S. citizen does not save you from these crimes automatically, it's already an inadmissibility. And towards the end of this live, I'm going to tell you some ways that you could potentially waive these inadmissibilities and see if you qualify. And if you do, reach out to us to file your marriage-based green card right away, because that's going to be your ticket out of the deportations, potential deportations for being, for basically committing a crime.
Muy bien, entonces también otra de las cosas sería delitos agravados. Los delitos agravados tienen que ver más como con asesinato, drogas, violación, ese tipo de delitos que ya llevan a una sanción federal. Aunque estés casado directamente con un ciudadano americano, nos bloquea a ser calificables y aceptados para proveernos con la green card. Al final de este live vamos a darles unos tips necesarios para saber qué hacer en su caso y poder evitar la deportación. Pueden también acercarse de una vez y aprovechar que tenemos 50% de descuento. Muy bien.
Sí, gracias. Thank you. I heard that last part. We're going to share tips at the end, okay?
Yes.
I love it. Yeah, so I see someone's question on TikTok saying, do I have to be married to get a green card? And I'll just answer that real quick. Who was that asked the question? Pretty Share. Thank you for being here and joining the live. But Pretty Share, you don't have to be married to get a green card. There are different ways to get a green card. We talk about marriage-based green card at this firm because most of our clients are applying for their green card through marriage. You can get your green card through other family members, like your parents, your children who are over 21. But definitely don't need to be married. But whatever way you're getting your green card, these inadmissibilities will apply to you. If you qualify for a green card, they're going to do a background check on you. And if they find out that you've committed any of these crimes, it's not going to be, you have to do other things and to see if they'll even forgive these criminal offenses. Some of them are unforgivable, like money laundering is one of the ones I've seen lately that you don't really get to have a waiver on. But I'll talk to you all about other things USCIS might consider that may help you make the situation a little bit better. It's definitely a red flag. It's definitely a complication in the process. So do not attempt to file for a green card on your own if you've been arrested, charged with something. Even if you get it expunged, when it comes to immigration, it's still on your record. So make sure you reach out to an attorney like ASAP. Okay. So we're getting to number 3 point, but I'll let you explain to our Espanol audience. I appreciate you all for being here as well, so they can know about aggravated felonies. I guess we talked about that one. We're going to the next one. Yeah.
Sí. So, muy bien. Entonces aquí lo único que sería restar decir, si ustedes ya tienen un delito en su pasado, no importa que no haya sido un delito muy grave, una vez que ha sido detenido y ya hay un récord tuyo en el historial, incluso que haya sido descalificado y al final no haya seguido el proceso, es importante que se asesoren con un abogado, no empiecen el proceso solos, porque eso podría partir a descalificar y perder tiempo de proceso que podríamos aprovechar de la mano de un abogado. ¿Okay? Y ahora vamos al punto 3.
Sí, gracias. All right. I'm going to talk about other types of criminal offenses that could affect. We'll just go through them really quickly. I already mentioned drug trafficking offenses, but there's a separate category for drug offenses because they're different drug-related crimes, right? Including possession, distribution, trafficking of controlled substances. All those drug-related crimes, in addition to drug trafficking, could definitely affect your eligibility for a green card. There's also domestic violence offenses, which is basically anything relating to spousal abuse, child abuse, violations of protective orders. These crimes, now the reason why these particular domestic abuse crimes are involved is really to protect the immigrants, because you all know we do help clients file their vow of self-petition when they've been abused by a U.S. citizen relative. Now, if someone is already basically convicted of these crimes, they're not going to qualify to file for you in the first place. And then if you're the non-citizen and you are convicted of these crimes, you're not a person of good moral character, that's not even going to help your case, your VAWA case, or your green card case. So very important to note, domestic violence offenses, drug offenses, and other crimes against property like burglary, robbery, vandalism, the list goes on. All right. Muy bien.
Perfecto, entonces ya hablamos un poquito sobre los delitos relacionados con las drogas, pero dentro de los mismos hay diferentes categorías. Puede ser el tráfico y posesión de drogas o solamente la posesión, la venta, la fabricación. También otro tipo de delito que pudiera afectar mucho tu solicitud sería la violencia doméstica. Violencia en contra de los padres, de los hijos, del esposo, ese tipo de cosas nos van a restringir de poder aplicar. Eso también está hecho porque si el ciudadano o usted tienen un historial, es para protegerlo a usted, a las personas con un VAWA, y también en el caso pues de que la persona que quiere aplicar, el beneficiario, tenga un delito, pues no le dan la entrada. ¿Okay?
Sí. Gracias. Well, now that I've talked about all these general areas, general type of crimes, I'm going to tell you some criteria that the USCIS will consider potentially to grant you your green card, because all crimes are not created equal. And there are several things they're also going to consider in terms of how long ago did this crime happen, right? Have you gone through rehabilitation? Like, did you serve time or do you have probation? Things like that. They'll consider those things. So we'll discuss that in more detail right now. But I see a question on here I wanted to quickly answer. This person says, can someone on welfare, this is on TikTok, can someone on welfare file for their spouse? I'm assuming this person is a U.S. citizen. Shakar, thank you for your question. Can someone on welfare file for their spouse? I believe the bigger question is, does the U.S. citizen spouse earn enough income to actually support this application? Because being on welfare would indicate that maybe you're not currently working for some reason. So if that's the case, maybe you're not earning enough income for the household size that you have. And then you need a joint sponsor. So that would be the best question. If it's a real marriage, you qualify to file. But if you don't earn enough income, you would get a joint sponsor. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if you got the answer to that question. I wanted to answer it real quick. Even though we're talking about admissibility issues right now, that's one of the reasons why a green card could be denied, the spouse not earning enough. So definitely wanted you all to know that. We do help clients with green cards here. That's primarily what we do, getting green card status. So these are important tips to keep in mind when you're filing for your marriage-based green card or your green card through family. Okay.
Entonces, would you like me just to let them know about the admissibility criteria before?
Yeah, well, just at this point, I didn't go through all of them in detail, so you can kind of summarize.
Wrap up at the end.
Yes, exactly. Just kind of like summarize. Yeah. So, I really want us to take more questions because we only have just 30 minutes today. So I'm kind of like going through it just quickly. But are there any questions relating to what we're talking about now that I can answer before I kind of talk about the admissibility criteria? And then especially the waivers. I really want to talk about the waivers and mitigation strategies because once you've committed a crime, it has already happened. We need to figure out how can we then get past this? What are the solutions, right? So I think we'll skip that and talk about the waivers, and I'll kind of weave in some of the stuff. Cool?
Yay.
Cool. All right. This person, Raul, your question is about H-1B. I'll get to that in a little bit. That's a work visa type of thing. Right now we're talking about family-based green cards, but I'll read that question and provide some guidance as much as I can. All right. So, all right, waivers of inadmissibility. It's a big one, guys. Waivers of inadmissibility. I'm glad that that's an option for people who want to get their green card, because if you committed a crime, sometimes even when you were younger in life, right, when you didn't have any guidance, you made mistakes, things happen, right? And that now you're like in your 30s, time has passed and you need to get your green card. How do you get past this? So the waivers are there as an option. We have the first waiver. Well, the first waiver is just a general waiver of inadmissibility, which could waive any criminal offense or drug offense. Okay, that's just the basic I-601, just to show that you're a person of good moral character and you have U.S. citizen relatives, okay, in the USA. So this means if they deport you to whatever country, how are you going to basically take care of your relatives, or your relatives are going to be without that extra support, emotional support, all that stuff. That's just a waiver of inadmissibility. So that's one option that's always there for anyone who's applying for their green card through family, through marriage, who's committed a crime and who's now inadmissible. You could file a waiver of inadmissibility. And I'll take it a step further and talk about extreme hardship waivers, which is essentially part of this, because in order to file the waiver, you need to show extreme hardship to your U.S. citizen relative. Okay, so not just the regular hardship, like, oh, they're gonna miss me, or I'm not, I take them to school every day. It's gonna be something extreme, like medical history, like career choices for your spouse. Like if your spouse is working as maybe they're like a nurse or something in the US, it's not going to be the same quality of work if they were to move back to like Honduras or something, if that's the country, so extreme situations like that. That's what we'll have to show to be able to even consider waiving or at least reducing the effect of your criminal activity or criminal charges, would I say, on your green card. Okay. All right.
Muy bien, entonces, pues para hablar un poquito de los criterios de admisibilidad, a la USCIS pueden considerar que los cargos criminales como hay una manera de pedir perdón, se llama waiver de inadmisibilidad. La palabra waiver sería algo como pedir perdón. Se hace una forma en la que le das a saber al gobierno que si tú eres deportado, tu familia residente de los Estados Unidos puede realmente atravesar por una situación grave de o abandono o de salud, por una situación económica, y si puedes demostrar que tu estadía en los Estados Unidos los mantiene estable, ellos te pueden permitir quedarte, ¿ok? Y los efectos de tu condena criminal pueden ser minimizados.
Exactly. So waivers, extreme hardship waivers, those are things that USCIS will consider. Some other thing that could help you to definitely reduce the effects alongside with your waiver, because either way, a waiver is going to be, just the main requirement to be able to overcome the consequences of criminal activity or criminal charges, right? How long ago did the crime happen is going to be important. If it's been, at least for the past 10 years, you haven't been convicted of any crimes, and you've basically faced whatever rehabilitation that was required of you at the time, like community services, or you've been working and really contributing to your community, those things will be great evidence to show that you now qualify for a green card. So in addition to the hardship in showing, extreme hardship to a U.S. citizen relative, you'll need to show how you as a person, you as an individual, has now evolved since that time. Okay, the system, the immigration system, and when you're just dealing with the law in general, there's always a nuance to things. Everything is not black and white. Like, oh, you committed a crime, that's it, you're done. There's gonna be nuance. They're gonna ask you questions like, okay, it's been 20 years. Like, what have you been doing since then? Right? So if you've been changing your life, improving your family, contributing to community, those things will be considered to help you with getting your green card. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I see some questions coming in about different topics, and we'll get into those as we wrap up here. I don't see any questions from Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. Did I miss those? No. I don't see any questions from there. I just see
I think
questions
we
from
don't
TikTok.
have
Okay.
only
I
TikTok
see-
today.
Yes. So I'll get into those. Well, actually, I see some from IG. Okay, questions from Instagram. Let's see. Let me see what those say. Um. Oh, Dr. Temisan. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for what you do. I appreciate you. So this other person, Solu Solvent. Thank you for watching. I don't think I said that right, but let me know in the comments how to pronounce your name. The question says, what if you didn't get charged, but you only got booked? Okay, I see. So you got picked up for a crime, but you're not fully charged yet. Or you just got booked, maybe got put in jail for a little bit or something. Are you out on bail now, or what's really going on with the case? Is it just pending to go before a judge, for you to, find out the decision? Let me know. Because there's a difference there, right? So if you didn't get charged fully, there is a difference in how it's going to affect your application. Usually, they're looking for a charge because it's going to be on your background check when they do the biometrics. They'll see that you've been charged with something, right? So they're looking for a full charge for sure, but getting booked is also going to raise that red flag and suspicion because now they have to now investigate. So that's why I need to know, is the case closed? Like, what's really going on? Okay. If you were just charged, I also know situations where people were involved somehow in I forgot the particular type of crime, but I know it was like a CIMT crime involving moral turpitude type of thing, maybe forgery of some sort. But this person was just a third party involved, even though they got picked up and booked and everything. They really were not directly involved. So because of that, it didn't affect their green card, and that was fine. So you just have to have your evidence to prove how you weren't involved in the crime. So getting booked is red flag because you could then get charged or what. So give me more details and maybe we can give you some more answers. But for now, I hope that helps. All right. Thanks for watching and for asking your question.
And we have
Yeah.
Dr. Temisan Smart. Thanking
Yeah. He
you.
was just
He's thankful.
yes. Yeah. I actually know him. So I thank you for watching, Dr. Timmy. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, that I see some more questions coming from TikTok. Let's see. Is it relating to okay, this one's a 601 from Yemen. Yemen says, I am curious about 601 waivers and avoiding leaving the country. Okay. Yemen, first of all, make sure you don't leave the country if you've committed any crimes, or at least you're being charged with any crimes, or you've overstayed. Don't leave the country without talking to an immigration lawyer, because definitely once you leave, all the inadmissibility will be triggered, and you have to wait outside the USA until your 601 is processed. Okay, my clients right now who have 601s, are in the USA waiting for the 601 to be processed, and it's taking about 2 years plus for the processing time. None of them have waited that long yet, but when you look online, you see that 601s are really taking like a while. So make sure you process that in the USA. Sometimes, okay, for 601As, you can process it before you find out about your inadmissibilities because you're waiving unlawful presence with 601A. Okay, but with 601, most of the time you need to get before a judge or a USCIS agent that tells you you're inadmissible for XYZ, so you can waive those particular inadmissibilities. You're not just going to waive random things that you haven't been, you don't know about. So definitely talk to an attorney if you know that you're going to need a 601, maybe just criminal. Because think about this, guys. Other types of inadmissibilities could be misrepresentation that happens during like a visa application. It's not really always criminal. Okay, being charged with a crime is just one of the things, and it's kind of nuanced to the type of crime. Not every single crime will will fall under this category. Okay, so hope that answers you about the 601, Yema.
And we have of market GC asking as well something.
Where?
I'm 20 in TikTok. I'm 20. If my citizen dad apply for me by the 2021, how long the process will be? They've been there like 2 years now.
Oh, you've been in the USA for 2 years, but well, if you're 20 right now, your U.S. citizen that can file for his child. Okay, at 21, you're wondering if they file for you. Well, right now, whether you're 21 or over 21, your U.S. citizen father can file for you. But the fact that you're under 21, your category will be different. It is taking some time right now, but not as long as if you're 21 and over. Because 21 and over, you're going to be the adult child of a U.S. citizen. I think they call adult son or daughter. I think that puts you in the fourth category. So definitely make sure you file before you turn 21. That's what I'll say. Not sure when you came to the U.S. or what your current status is right now, but as the child of a U.S. citizen under 21, you're an eligible, you can qualify for that. But the wait time is still quite long. I don't know if a visa is immediately available for you. If you can just stay here and adjust, definitely reach out to me. Let's talk about that because I'll need to check into that to see if you can just adjust versus anything else, just because of your age. Okay. Okay. Raul, multiple H-1B entries. I'm not sure what that really means. How will we decide which one the employer? I don't know the answer, Raul, because we do mostly family-based migration, so I'm not sure how those entries really matter. I'm pretty sure your most recent entry will be
The
the
one.
one, yeah. Up market, where did you text me at? Did you send me a text on WhatsApp? Please, how can someone who's never had any dates for hearing set an appointment with ICE?
I didn't understand that question.
Kingsley, you can just there's a number you can contact ICE. But why do you want to schedule an appointment with ICE? Make sure you talk to a lawyer before you do that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. My father is in the U.S. My father is a U.S. citizen, and he filed a visa for me. How many years? Are you outside the USA, Vasco? It's gonna take quite some time. Also, that's what I was telling Upmarket about. But Upmarket, let me know where you messaged me at because I'm pretty sure my team would have reached out to you. But if you want to speak with me, you need to book a consultation because we can only say so much over text. So I'm not sure if you got that. Vasco, you're in Ghana. Okay. Well, it will take a while, Shai. I think you're in the F4 category. It will take. But it'll take a while since you are. Are you over 21? Over 21. Oh, you're 28. Okay. Definitely adult child of a U.S. citizen. It's going to be a longer way to have clients right now, adult children of U.S. citizens. They've been waiting for a couple of years. I mean, the I-130 has been approved and all of that. They're just waiting for the interview. So that's the part that usually takes a while because there's no visas available for the year. You have to wait till next year. It's in order of who applied type of thing.
And we have another question that is related to what we are speaking. Like, This is Shan from TikTok.
Okay.
What if you have been arrested 4 separate times, but all cases have been dismissed? Like, can you still get a green card?
Shan, great question. Thank you for watching. The short answer is yes, you can still get a green card because being arrested doesn't is not what makes you inadmissible. What were you arrested for? That's the real question. Because we talked about different types of crimes right now, like the drug offenses, the robberies, vandalism. There are different types of crimes. There's rape, murder, aggravated
I mean,
felonies.
if it was dismissed, I guess it was not something actually on him.
Well, not necessarily. There are different technicalities that could lead to the judge dismissing the case. But when it comes to immigration, it's going to be a different way that the case is going to affect. Because just because it was dismissed on a state level, because maybe they didn't have enough evidence or whatever, doesn't mean that
It
crime will
does
not
not
affect.
red flag on you. Mhm.
Right. So it's a red flag the immigration bill. So being arrested 4 times is it's not the issue. Now, if you are going for citizenship, I'll tell you that being arrested 4 times does not make you look like a person of good moral character. So they could come at you for that one. So there are different ways that crimes affect your immigration journey. It could just be good moral character. It could be, for your vow self petition, like I said, that's good moral character. That's just or just for your green card admissibility period. Like drug offenses are huge. The amount of the drug matters. Like, was it distribution? Was it that were using the drug, or like what? Like what? How was the crimes? What happened? So that's essentially the big question you need to know the answer to. But if you are married to a U.S. citizen, you can apply for a green card and then wait to the rest. Because how long ago was all of this? That's another thing. Because remember, we said one of the things that they'll look at is the length of time of the offense. Um, how long ago it happened. Okay, family violence. Family violence is one of the crimes. We talked about domestic violence offenses like spousal abuse, child abuse, violations of protective order. Um, that will definitely affect. Ex Ali, I see your question. You don't need to ask it like a million times. I see it. And I think I answered you before. You're going to need to wait at least 3 years after you get the SIJ and then you apply. Because there's no SIJ green card. You have to get the status first that you must be qualified as a special immigrant juvenile. And then after that, then go for your I-485. Okay. It's not necessarily like one thing. Okay. Vasco, reach out to me for a consultation if you want me to do research and give you answers. Otherwise, just know that it takes a while. Okay. Um. Um. Your I-360 was approved a couple months ago. Okay. Do you have an attorney working on that for you? Okay. My sister haven't gotten a date for hearing since she came in. Is there a way for her to get a date? They'll reach out to her with the notice to appear. So how did she come? This is for Kingsley. How did she come into the USA? If they gave her something at entry, they will reach out to her with a date to appear. All right. Um, Carlos David, is it true that USCIS will process I-360 this year? I'm not sure what you mean. They've been processing I-360s. So do you mean quicker, faster? Okay. Well, potentially they are changing some of the timelines for I-360s. And I-360 is a form that can be used for different things. VAWAs, U visas, SIJs. So it's humanitarian. That's the humanitarian form. So potentially, okay. But I think let me see if we have any more from INP, but I think we've gotten to the end of today's live. More questions? Okay. No more questions on IG. So we're gonna basically
Oh, we
end.
have one on TikTok. Can a pregnant? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I saw
Yes, we're
that, but
ending.
I was like,
Yes, we have
yeah,
one.
huh? Dresky from Dresky.
Just
Okay.
Dresky. Can a
Yeah.
pregnant undocumented person receive health insurance without with a U.S. citizen?
I don't know. That's a question that I wasn't really sure I could necessarily
He can.
answer. I don't know if you're a pregnant undocumented person. Are you married to a U.S. citizen? Then you should be filing your I-130. That's what I can say about that. But to receive health insurance, I think it's really going to depend on the insurance company. That's not something that I can necessarily answer. But if you're married to a U.S. citizen, what I could tell you is that you should apply for your marriage-based green card, and then you'd qualify for benefits. All right. Amia, thank you for your question. I'm going to just answer that lastly because I didn't mention earlier that today is the last day of February. So today is really the last day of our $99 consultations, and today is fully booked. So that's why this live is ending right now, because we have a consultation right now as well. So if you want to talk to me one-on-one, my consultations are $199. You can click on the link in my bio and book with me. We regularly do different offerings. We're doing the one for February because it was a month of love. It was also Black History Month, and we're definitely honoring our heritage, honoring our followers, appreciating you all for the support over the years. So we do those offerings, those specials every once in a while. But for right now, starting March, which is tomorrow, shocking, right? It's already March. Tomorrow, it's gonna go back to the regular price, but
Wow.
uh, check out the link in my bio to book a call with me. And then hopefully I can offer you a service and help you get your green card in the quickest way possible with less stress as possible. It's still going to be stressful, guys, because immigration is just what it is. But that's why we are here, to provide you with all the options to make it as soft as possible for you. All right. All right. Thank you very much for being here, for watching, for asking questions, for participating. Thank you, team, as well.
Aprovechen 50% de descuento, compartan nuestros lives, vengan con IFI, no tengan miedo to just take advantage of the 50 off. It's a time. It is always better to start with your lawyer by the hand. Y es un placer atenderlos.
Sí, gracias. Exactly. So, thank you again, and I'll see you all on Friday. Well, tomorrow is Friday, but it'll actually be in the Facebook group. So I know many of you have already joined the group, so I'll see you in the group tomorrow for
Vengan al grupo de Facebook.
consultation. See. The link, I
Yes.
think the link to join is somewhere in the live, in the comments or in the chat if you're on TikTok in my bio. All right?
For a one-on-one. Yes, live
Yes.
Facebook.
Bye.
Facebook.
Adios.
Adiós. Gracias.
Bye. All right.